Yeah, I think mine is 250 just now. Mine might be a little bit behind. Hello, welcome.
Hello?
I think this should be on right now.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
I've set your headphones on.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah,
sorry,
cool.
I'm finding this funny.
Right.
Ruffins!
Yeah, you might want to get your chair or something. Hello, welcome. This is a bit impromptu, but there's a PlayStation State of Play thingamajiggy on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're doing a lucky hit stream on my Twitch because I couldn't be bothered to change it to YouTube, so we're here for now. But I'm gonna upload this to YouTube later. But yeah, welcome. We're gonna check out this PlayStation thingy. So far, it is me, Animated AF.
Me, Cherry Terrier.
And Air as well. He's here.
Dressed up as a fluffy penguin.
Fluffy penguin. Do you want your chair or?
Oh, that's okay. I'm not.
I'm gonna stand for half an hour.
Oh, do I? I probably was.
Yeah.
I'm here too.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Did I just?
I did mention you. I think Elk said he
There's
might
delay again, so I can't tell.
Oh, okay. Oh, fair enough. Right, so let's move on in. Hopefully Bloodborne for PC. Wow, a PlayStation thing. I suppose they have been saying about more PC stuff, haven't they? But, I don't know if I'm going to be able to look at the chat at the same time, but if I do something on my phone, I should be able to. There's a lot of stuff on my phone right now.
So many X's and squares.
That's all they have, isn't it? I feel like that's all they have in terms of iconography a lot of the time. So even in that like Astro Boy game, they're just like, hey, remember the squares and the triangles and the X's? It's just like, yep. Right, let me just put the chat on my phone so I can see it.
Circles are giving me some you can read energy right now.
There we go. Should be able to.
You know, the old like you can read thing.
Yeah. Oh, this is like some ASMR thing. The way they're wibbling. They're wibble wobbling. It's weird. They look like you could touch them and they'd go wibble wobble.
Yeah, they look like they're made out of Lego.
Yeah, or like some kind of bendy plastic that's like just soft enough that you can wiggle it about if you touched it. Right, so we have 10 seconds.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Elk. I believe Big Elk is here.
Hello.
Hi, sorry I'm late.
Can we hear anyone? Or
Huh?
Can
What's
we
that?
hear anyone?
No, it's alright. I think we're good. Right, starting.
Can you hear me fine?
Yep, I can hear you alright. Yep.
I can't hear anyone.
You can't hear anyone? Oh, that would be why. I put it in the wrong thing. Oh, that's Crash Bandicoot already. Okay. Is this going to be a Crash Bandicoot thing?
Oh.
Ah, there we go. There.
Sorry, I had it in the wrong port.
Well done.
Right, I'm going to have to turn this up because it's pretty quiet.
Hey
There we go.
Blue Stutter, creative producer at Toys for Bob. I'm here to give you the
So
feature
maybe
rundown
I
of
should
Crash
see if there's any
Bandicoot
closed
4 on
captions as
PS5.
well.
That includes 4K at 60
I guess
frames
they're going to
per
talk
second,
about
adaptive triggers,
how
3D audio, and
much
more.
better the PS5
Let's make this
this
fun.
game's going to be.
Oh, maybe,
Picking up where
yeah.
Crash Bandicoot Warp left off. In Crash Bandicoot 4, it's about time. We find
Yep,
the
this
evil
game
masterminds
exists
Neocortex
already,
and Dr.
but-
Entropy
okay.
escaping a once-thought inescapable interdimensional prison, leaving giant holes in the universe. What follows is a mind-bending adventure for Crash and his marsupial pals. We designed Crash
Look
Bandicoot
and
4 to
read.
leap
We
off
have
your
Linda.
Hello.
brimming with bold, vibrant
I'm
environments
having a
and
bit
characters.
of trouble hearing people and I'm getting buffering.
Vibrant environments and
Oh,
characters.
hey there, Hunt
Oh, hello.
Thunder.
Crash Bandicoot has always
Welcome.
looked pretty suave.
It's a
But
lot,
wait until
pretty
you
full
see
house
spinning
now.
heads in native 4K at 60
Trying to make
frames per
sure people can hear you all.
With the weight of the universe on your shoulders.
Oh,
Rock like
I
some
am
errands to
still
run.
here.
There's little time to wait on loading screens. The DualSense wireless
you
controller
guys
brings
can still
hear me,
adaptive
right?
triggers to
Yeah,
your
I can
fingertips.
I can hear you. You're a
So
little
you
bit
can feel the
quiet, but I
blast
can
of
hear you.
Neocortex's DNA-changing ray gun. Or feel the grip when you grapple a Tana's hookshot.
I'm a little
Hold
quiet.
on tight when you feel the boost.
So
of
they're
Crash's
showing
grapple,
Crash like
and
for
really feel
when
the
it comes
suck
out on
when
the
you back
PS5
into
or something.
Dingo Dog.
I guess,
Looking
yeah.
to get fully immersed in
Yeah.
the Crash Bandicoot universe?
Yeah.
Crank it up to 11.
They're basically
and take your
going on
audio
about how
to
the
an all-new
dual-
dimension with enhanced 3D audio.
Oh, DualSense stuff.
sense controller
Achieving the
behaves,
infamous
basically.
106%
Yep.
is the sign of a true Bandicoot master.
Yeah,
But
they're
should our
doing more to
genetically
update
mutated
this game for
marsupial lose his way?
PS5 than I
Leverage
expected them
PlayStation
to,
5
which is
activity
nice.
cards to track your progress.
I
and
kind
hit
of
your
forgot
goals.
about
this is what
Things
they-
like time
this is
how
what they
unique
call
the
trophies
DualSense
now,
controller
activity
levels
cards.
and boss fights.
I think that's something
I bet
else
entropy wishes
on
he
the
had that.
PS5.
Even
Yeah.
during
Kind
your
of like-
incomplete
Is-
save over,
It's like a
the
hint
PlayStation
system
4
or something.
Something
use
else.
the activity
Oh,
card
yeah.
It's-
to get to 106%.
Is basically
Oh,
showing
one
people,
more
hey,
thing.
I've done
If you're on
this,
the
and if you
PS4
can't do
version
it.
of the game, an upgrade option is available. Check out the PlayStation blog for full details. Whether it's your
If you
first
have the
playthrough
So you'd
or
be able to
your
go.
100th, there's no
Because I
better
have
time to experience
Spider-Man
Crash
on
Bandicoot 4
PS4,
as
so
about
I was
time
wondering if
on
it-
PlayStation 5.
if I'd have to buy the game again just for a PS5 version, which I wasn't going to do if that was the case. But it's nice to know I don't need to do
Welcome
that.
back, Crash.
Yeah.
The gang's all here on
Who
today's
knows
new
how
edition
long
of
it'll
State
be
of
before
Play.
I get a
We've got some great
PS5
updates
though.
lined up for you.
First,
Sorry if
we'll
I'm not
down the
replying to
latest
the
on an
chat because I'm
eagerly
having a bit of
anticipated
trouble
game coming
seeing
to
it
the
come up on
PS5
my
console this spring from
What's this?
PlayStation Studios.
Which is
Hey everyone, we at Housemark are excited to
Oh,
give you this sneak
Housemark,
peek
okay.
at Returnal.
Returnal.
In Returnal, you will play as Celine.
Oh, I think
I'm
they showed
slightly
this
ahead
once.
then, I
Yeah.
should-
lands
pause
on
myself
an
for a
alien planet Atropos after receiving a mysterious signal.
I
Yeah, I
already
think they
done
showed
it.
this once
Shadow.
before, didn't they?
Games like
Players will
this
explore
just...
this inscrutable
Yeah.
dark planet in search for
They probably
answers
did, but games
and
like this,
unfold
they don't
mysteries,
really stick in
which
my
may
mind.
point to a larger
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I
Vaguely
think the
remember
game is
it.
going to be bad. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's just
Oh yeah.
Crashing and quickly
It's the first time they've shown
maneuvering your way
gameplay, though.
above and
Kind of
around
reminds me of
enemies is
Doom.
Key to survival in Returnal.
Doom in space instead of hell. I
kind of
guess.
interesting looking though. I like that it's a
Yeah.
new
Yeah,
again
it's,
game.
it's the first time they've shown gameplay. I think.
Yeah.
It's
so
like as a
Third
third
best.
person.
I'm more intrigued now that they've shown it. I guess.
With the large variety
It's
of
Ridley
they
So,
should-
Spaghetti
yeah,
Monsters.
in that sense, I kind of like what they were going.
combat situations prove challenging no matter what the circumstances are.
In that sense, I like what they're going on here. I just don't think the environment is particularly interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
To see Chris Game looks little
Wait.
comment there.
Will change. The map will be different.
Gameplay.
Every time you die, the world
Lots of
changes.
these.
Is this like one of those roguelike games? I don't like.
Here you can see the use of the lightning.
You don't like
effect,
roguelites?
which is great for
See,
crowd
when this
control.
first came
This
up,
is one of many.
This is already
modifiers
making me
that
think
can
of all
inform
those indie roguelike games where the selling point is you're going to die out so many times, but you're going to keep coming back, and the world is
You mean like Splunky?
randomized. So every time you start
You will
again,
stumble
it's
across
completely different. I
mysterious
just
devices
yeah,
that
like
grant
Spelunky.
rewards to the player.
And I usually don't
These will
like
vary
games
from
like
weapons,
that. I'm sorry.
consumables,
go
and
to ROM.
upgrades, and they can completely change your playstyle and make each cycle feel unique.
Rip it off, rip it off, rip it off.
when they first showed this off,
Besides the intense
if I thought it
combat,
would be more
Returnal also
horror
has a
game,
deep and
then
engaging
it
narrative.
seems to be more
We
action.
allow players to
Yeah.
piece together the
Actually,
puzzle
I thought that
as
as
the
well.
story of Celine,
Ew.
as they venture deeper and deeper into Atropos and into her personal nightmare.
Oh, there's a house.
That
Oh,
can't
that's
be
weird.
here. I think I am
I'm in space. Why is there a house?
Oh,
fully.
all right.
They're corroded.
What is it? The
So it's a
Amityville
manifestation
house?
of her memories. That was not something I was expecting to see in this.
That's
Like
interesting.
a psychological horror type of thing going on here,
That's
not
neat.
just supernatural horror,
Yeah.
There's no comfort here. No safe
or not
space.
supernatural. More
Yeah, I
like
know.
otherworldly horror.
Interesting. Now it's Resident Evil. Oh,
Now it's
ET.
Resident Evil 7. I'm kidding.
Return.
Returnal?
Returnal.
Oh,
Not,
like
not
Eternal?
Yeah, not like the band.
Like Returnal.
Returnal lands
So
on
what,
April 30th, and it's
oh,
developed by the
April.
talented
Oh,
team at Housemarque.
Knockout Kings. I actually played this
Next, let's take a
during
closer
the
look
Oh.
at
beta.
the
It's
impact
actually
of
not
This was
bad.
at
PS4
Nintendo
game
Direct,
called
wasn't it?
Knockout City.
Yes,
Are they
yes.
going to do this long-winded thing where it's got nothing to do with the game again, or are they
Oh, the
just
one
gonna
with
get
the-
on with it?
Hi, I'm Josh from Bellin Studios.
Ah, so that's
Are they
two
gonna
of
show
these
us
in a
more
row
characters
that we
that
have
the
to look at
internet has
this.
A team-based multiplayer action game for
But
PS4
I'm sure it's
where
fine.
rival crews settle their
But
scores with
we
epic dodgeball
literally
battles.
just saw this last week.
Knockout City
fall
is
in love
easy to
with.
pick up and play.
I'd say that
in the game.
logo's a complete rip-off of
Oh my
Jet
God,
Zone,
I was
Jet
thinking the
Set
same
Radio.
thing.
A little bit.
Go head to head in
Game
a
is
constantly
nothing like
shrinking
Yeah,
battle,
but
relying on your
that logo there.
abilities
The
to
logo is a little bit.
time to catch
Okay,
powers up
the
the ball,
logo's
making it
the
easier
only
to
Jet
land a
Set
hit.
Radio. It's
I mean, that's what
Use
he was
trick
saying.
shots to
Just
lob
the
the ball
logo.
over a ledge and hook it around a corner. Fake a throw to mess up your opponent's
I
cover.
feel like they were just looking at.
Actually, you
they
know
were
what?
looking at
That's not true.
Splatoon and
This game
Ninjala
actually has a
and-
pirate
Getting
DJ.
knocked out and staying in the fight. Keep your
Oh,
wits
does
about
it?
you and outplay your opponent to bring home a win.
I think a lot of people's voices are cutting off in random spots. So
yeah.
apologies for that if that's
Let's
keeps
jump into
happening.
Team KO, our 3v3 mode.
Ninjala.
Yeah.
Teamwork makes the dream
You know
work in
what? This
Knockout
game-
City. If your crew is
Like I think
outmatched,
your
a
voice is cutting off
well-coordinated team can still
a
dominate.
bit elk.
We're
It's
playing
the,
in Back
the
Alley
style
Brawl,
that
a
it's,
new map that
that
you'll
it's
find in
going
our
for.
upcoming crossplay beta. The
How
special ball for this
watchable
map
this
is
is, to
a
be
sniper,
honest.
which locks onto target
Guys in the chat will have to let me know.
Wham! You can take them out before they have a chance to react. Beyond special balls, each map features a unique
Special
mechanic. In Back
balls.
Alley Brawl, you can hop into a tube and make a quick
That's-
getaway, or use them to sneak up on your opponents.
Chemical Plant Zone.
Caught empty-handed, you can literally become the ball, a new weapon,
Sonic
What?
2
Oh, that's weird.
And
Haha!
or risk it all. Charge up a teammate, launch them high into the air with an ultimate throw, and they'll land in a huge
It's not
instant
working
KO
too good right now. I hate to say.
The team here at Velen
I
has
can
been
barely
obsessed
hear
with
anyone,
building this world
basically.
for the last 4 years. Knockout City is coming out May 21st,
Are they
and
gonna-
we'd love your help.
Are
in
they
the
gonna
final stage of
finally announce?
development. Rally your crew and sign up for our crossplay beta at
Yeah, everyone's either
knockouttcity.com to
really
play early
quiet
on
or cutting
PlayStation.
off a lot.
See you soon, brawlers.
I'll crank everyone up a bit more.
Join the
I really hate
Sure, they're
I don't
allowed
know
to
what
use
to
the
do.
word brawler.
Sorry.
Why not?
Maybe. Andrew, the logo reminds me of that place in Chelmsford.
Time for something new.
Here's
your first look at an upcoming PS5
Well,
game from the
think
team
what it
at
is.
Slow Clap.
Slow clap.
we saw
Oh,
that
there's no
coming.
Are you gonna
W.
react to the game with slow clap?
Oh, let's do that clapping game.
I really
In,
hope we
in,
don't. With
Part
that-
10.
oh, like it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hey there, PC
Wizards
Wizards.
Among Us.
Hello there. Shame you can join us for some Splunky, but we're doing this now. And we're doing this on here because I couldn't be bothered to change it to YouTube. But
Jeez.
I'll watch this later and see if it's worth putting on.
In the
This looks
place.
interesting. Oh, you got older.
This is what.
It's been lying on that
Are
floor
you-
for like years.
Are you going to die and come back in a different world?
Oh yeah, maybe.
It's me, like, after
The
joining
combat
TikTok
makes
for
me
a
think
day,
a lot of Sleeping
I
Dogs.
grew old.
Yeah, Sleeping Dogs, bit of Cyberpunk.
It kind of looks like it has same. It kind of looks like seafood.
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 Seafood. That's
Oh, I have PS4.
that's Chinese.
Okay.
Was the debut of Seafood
actually.
coming to the PS5 console.
It's like the
this
Chinese
year.
equivalent
Is
of
it,
Sensei.
that red panda from
Now let's get an
Kung Fu
update on
Panda?
Solar Ash, an epic
Yeah.
new PS5
Soda,
adventure from
Soda
Partnership.
Ash. Okay. Oh, cool. Annapurna. Oh yes, they definitely showed this once before.
Sounds very fun.
They publish a lot of games. A lot of interesting games. They literally showed a game off on the Nintendo Direct last week. That one that had Spike Spiegel's voice actor in it.
Hey everyone, I'm Alex Preston, creative director of
Oh,
Partnership. You might know us as the team behind Hyperlight Drifter. Today, I'm
Neon
here to
White,
show you
right?
the first
That's it.
trailer
That was them?
for our new
Yeah,
title,
yeah, that was that
Solar
publisher. Yeah, they put out a lot of weird games.
Solar Ash is a
neat.
huge, stylish 3D platformer focused on speed, movement, and fluidity. The game is set inside a giant black hole known as the Ultra Void, which has been
Lego.
consuming everything in its path.
Oh, some
You play as
chestnut.
Ray, a daring void runner who has decided to venture into this terrifying anomaly as a last-ditch
Wow.
effort.
I kind of like
to save
this
her
Hey,
home.
the giant
one
woman.
though.
Ray is extremely
The actual
agile,
gameplay looks very similar to that game that came out at the launch of the PS5 with the
You know what this makes
crossbow.
me think of?
quickly cut
Journey.
great distances.
Oh,
Yeah.
sort of.
What was that game called that came out with the
Yeah,
launch of the
At its
PS5?
with the guy and the
Solar
girl.
Ash is a game
The
about
well, it was like a lady with a bow, and there was like
I
a
like the
hawk.
colours.
Yeah, it's colourful. Some grinding.
I don't know.
I'd play it. I would play it. If it was given to me, I would
cannot
happily
remember.
play it.
I don't
As you journey to save
I
your
don't
planet,
remember any
you'll
games
find yourself
like
face to face with grotesque,
other than
violent
Spider-Man,
creatures.
Miles Morales,
Our combat system is simple,
and
fast,
Destruction
Well,
All-Stars.
I don't think it was like an exclusive for the PS5, but it was just there at the launch, and I think it used the haptic
As you
feedback in
explore the
some
Ultra
way.
World, enemy encounters will scale to greater and greater
It's not the
sizes.
same game, clearly, but
Some of these
like,
creatures require
just the way
speed
he's
and
flying
6
around,
times the
drifting around the levels reminded me of that a little bit, but only faintly.
When it also on Xbox and Switch as well?
I think so.
Rey will eventually need to face the
Yeah.
massive
Either way,
symbols
it's
of this void.
you know different
Wretched,
enough, I guess.
starved beasts that hold the key to her quest.
This game is actually looking pretty cool. I like it. I love the fluidity of the movement and the combat.
Yeah.
And it fades up.
I kind of think Sonic the Hedgehog
Solar Ash is
have
Heart Machine's vision
have
of the
movement
adventure
like this.
platformer.
Yeah.
3D game.
Spaces, the feel of movement, the flow of combat, and the high
Like a
stakes
big
battles
open world
to
Sonic
enormous
game where you just
beasts
run
all
around.
come together to
some
bring
giant
players something we think
mechanical
is
spine.
incredibly unique,
Yeah.
and more importantly, fun. This game is a labor of love for everyone on the Heart Machine team.
The
We're
double
excited
air
to bring
bash
Solar
theme
Ash to PS5 and PS4
is a
later
Spider-Man
this year.
thing.
Sounds familiar.
The Pathless, that game's
I
called.
remember
Oh, that's it. Yes, the Pathless.
But I
that
know
was
they've
it.
made a
If you're
game
a
that
fan
looks
of
almost
scary
like
games, this next one is for you.
But why are they
The
still selling a whole load of PS4 games?
Ugh.
Oh,
God.
FNAF.
5 Nights.
Beepy.
Or,
Yeah.
is that shop next door?
Yeah. We have a shop next door that has things that look just like this now.
No.
Oh, fun.
It's not FNAF,
actually-
but it may as well be. It's a security guard watching over a place.
Yeah, it's
A bunch
5
of-
now.
It's
Yep.
Freddy Fazbear.
How many are they?
Yeah.
How many
Ew.
thousand more of these are they gonna make?
When you said this is the Five Nights at Freddy's, and I was thinking to myself, no way, it's not.
It is, but they're a rock
Five
band
Nights at
now.
Freddy's. But you're right.
Ugh. Sure, whatever.
Oh my
Gregory, we
More
can
of
get you out of
this.
Sorry, what is it?
You and me.
Doesn't
Now
look
you have to
like a
watch more
platform
screens
game or something.
tediously until they
It
walk in
says
the
Five
room
Nights at
again.
Freddy's 1,347,984.
None of them.
So
This
is
one looks
this
like it's a bit
the-
more involved though. You are like exploring the place as well.
Yeah.
You're not just staring at screens
So
until they
first
walk in as like wonky PNGs going, and that's it. This looks like there's more to it, at least.
Well, you get to go,
completely
you
different.
get to run
Five
around in the
Nights
ball
at
pit.
Freddy's.
Is this like
You've got the cameras
Dead
on your
Rising
wrist.
version of FNAF?
Kinda.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, at least they're doing something different with it.
Cameras.
At least they're doing
Yeah,
more
they're
with it.
evolving.
Kids will still play it.
It's definitely a good thing.
Security breach.
Oh, security. This was in the. This was in that PS5 presentation last year, wasn't it?
Was it?
They just didn't show us what the game looked like.
Yeah, they showed them all. They showed like a big zoom out from it.
Oh,
Was
okay.
a chilling new look at Five Nights at Freddy's.
But this was
security
also
breach.
hidden in the VR game somewhere, I think, through the Halloween
Next,
update.
tour of
Ooh,
Oddworld,
ooh,
Soulstorm.
ooh. Oddworld.
I'm so looking
Oddworld.
Oddworld.
Yeah.
I like
They might have a
Oddworld.
release date for this, maybe. We're lucky.
Oddworld Inhabitants.
Game's been in
This game looks
development.
amazing.
Of our newest game, Oddworld Soulstorm.
They've always known you would come.
5 Nights at Alien Isolation. Yeah, I can see that.
In Soulstorm, you reprise the role of Abe, accidental
Oh,
hero
so
turned
good.
unlikely leader of an emerging revolution. As you do battle through weird and wonderful environments in an effort to escape the all-powerful.
I'm so glad it's still
eternally
2.5D
greedy
as well.
I love watching Abe roll
We
around
really
everywhere
wanted to bring
like
this
Sonic.
world to life with what we call 2.9D platform.
Sonic invented
which
rolling.
adds much more depth and immersion for the player. This sense of connection is also reinforced through the use of the DualSense's haptic feedback, as you'll now be able to feel Abe's heartbeat in high alert and suspense.
Yeah.
2.5
I still haven't experienced haptic feedback yet, so I'm curious about it.
You
I'm really curious what it's going to be like.
Along the way.
So
They are
what, does
far
it
more
vibrate
than
to like
helpless workers
a
looking
You got a Switch on, yeah?
When
Yeah.
used
I mean, it's basically what HD Rumble was supposed to be,
Oh yeah.
and be
but it's
given
even
the
better.
tools they
Like,
need to fight alongside
apparently,
you.
it's really impressive.
And there will be times when the extra hands will be needed as you face off against an array of heavily armed enemies that will stop at nothing.
I'm just hoping, you know, because obviously the Xbox doesn't have haptic feedback. I just hope multi-format games still
In order to stand
at
a
least
chance
try to put
against this
haptic
much
feedback
larger
stuff in their
threat, we
games.
gave Abe the
Otherwise, we
ability
just end
to
up with
scavenge,
what happened with
loot,
HD
pickpocket
Rumble and barely
items
anyone
from his
uses it.
surroundings and use them to craft an impressive arsenal of his own that he can share with others. You can also play as a non-lethal
If I was
pacifist
fidgeting
or
a
an
lot,
agent
it's
of
because I've
chaos.
got a bit of a
We
pain
wanted
in
you
my
to
leg.
have the choice.
Wow.
But there is one iconic ability for our shamanic
Was
protagonist.
it Sonic or was it
possession.
Samus?
This mystical power allows you to
Good
take
point.
control of your foes and use their strengths and weapons
I was gonna
against them,
say, I
or
really
use
like
them
how
to gain
they're
access to paths
sticking
still ahead.
with making this a 2D
The Oddworld
game.
universe
Yeah,
is the
definitely.
first
I was
place.
thinking
And
we're
this
well
means that
past
there are
the
some
era
environments
in
and
the
situations that
the
require a
early
little more
2000s
thought,
where they had to
patience, and stealth.
force
You'll
a
find dark
2D
and
game
dangerous
to
places,
work in
heavily guarded industrial
3D,
sites,
even
and
if they
ancient
didn't
forgotten lands.
come up with a really good way to
Here
make it
we've
work
built
yet.
lots of
Yeah,
opportunities
I mean
for
the
you to
3D
test your
Oddworld
skills
games
and
were
find
pretty
different
neat,
ways to
but
handle things.
it's nice to see them go back
It
to
won't be easy. If
the
being
original
hunted
style of
by an
gameplay
army
for this
backed
one.
by a shady and wealthy organization isn't bad enough. There
Yeah.
are also more dangers in the forms of natural obstacles, ancient traps, trials against swarming
That's a little
dark
different.
creatures, and industrial hazards that must be
Different,
dodged,
but-
crossed, and
What
avoided.
was that one on the
Ultimately,
Xbox?
this journey is
Munch's
about
Odyssey.
freedom
Yeah.
and truth.
That's
There's
a
a rich
great-
engagement
And then there
narrative
was,
to discover in a
forget
world
the
full
name
of
of the one after
wonders.
that.
Oh,
And we've been able to
yes.
bring our characters to life like never before.
I think they
In
did
true
come out
Oddworld
on
fashion,
Switch
your
recently
actions
as well. They
in-game
ported them
decide
over.
the fate of Abe and
That's
all
it.
those you
They
managed to
cut
liberate
off
along
the,
the way. And we can't wait to see what you will do.
It looks like.
I hope it has the same menu as
April
well.
6th.
His face poking out.
Nice. It's got a release date.
Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. That's so.
April 6th.
That's so weird. and creepy.
Ew.
I love
Well,
it.
that's
I wonder if you're controlling his eyes
That
with
was
your
the
analog
latest
sticks.
on Oddworld
well, that's
Soulstorm.
very
And here's some
cost-taking
exciting news.
right now.
Active
I
PlayStation
hope-
Plus members will get the PS5
Sticks.
version for no extra cost.
Thomas
starting in
Content,
April.
you heard
PS5
it.
version for no extra cost, starting in April.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
Moving on.
Oh, this
It's
game.
I
time to
remembered-
catch up with Kino
Oh,
Ninja
it's the
Sports,
DreamWorks
a
looking
gorgeous
game.
new adventure
Yeah.
that I saw in
Too.
June
Oh,
PS5
this is that
showcase.
game that's made by the people that made the Majora's Mask animation.
Yes. Yeah.
They
so
made
that's-
this game.
Yeah. I remember them showing this before. Yeah, this looks interesting.
Oh, I've got some little thing out of like.
I'm not familiar with that Majora's Mask animation you mentioned.
One second.
It went a bit
I'll
viral
look it
at
up.
one point.
Is that?
Quite a few years
is that
back,
one of the
but
peons from Dice Dreams?
Yeah.
Not black.
games are definitely getting closer and closer to looking like films. Almost. We're getting there. Not quite, but they're almost there.
Something tells me you did not come to our village.
I'll put it in normal chat. There you go.
Hello, Spirit. I seek passage
Go
to the
out.
sacred mountain.
Oh, I see. I'll have to watch that later. I've never heard of this before.
It was quite a few years ago, wasn't it? But I do remember it making the rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Cool to see him making original stuff now.
Yeah.
Are you going to show gameplay this time? Or are they just cinematics again?
Oh, was that a bit of gameplay there?
Sega CD already
Gameplay
pulled off.
for this
No, it didn't, PC Wizard. No, it didn't. It had fuzzy animated GIFs of video that you vaguely interacted with.
Tangled in the tragedies of our past.
It's still not really actually showing the gameplay here, but maybe little snippets of it here and there.
Xbox showed off a new game that looked kind of similar to this that was being made by Rare. I think I was thinking of that game earlier.
Yeah, I think that's going to be like a multiplayer, almost like Sea of Thieves, but within nature, I guess.
I'm going to play at the style they're going for, the visual style, and that's the only thing that could come to my mind. was that Xbox game.
Yes, of course, PC Wizard. Yes, Sewer Shark
What does
was the
Pop
pinnacle
say?
of gaming. Yep.
Scary.
Yeah, she's smart. She's put a mask on.
Hey there, Murray Curry. I don't think so. They showed a new FNAF game. Which looked kind of interesting because you weren't just looking at cameras, you're actually exploring the place as well.
Yeah, it's like first person.
And all the robots were like a rock band. Their guitars and stuff.
That's it. Oh,
Yeah.
And
Pretty,
Oddworld.
look pretty interesting.
Now let's settle in for a stylish new look at DEATHLOOP, a
Oh,
PS5
Deathloop.
first-person
This
shooter
one I
developed by the
like.
team at
Yep.
Arcane.
Well, you've joined us just in time, Murray Curry, for the game you're probably still intrigued by.
Just you, me, and the rest of these maniacs.
Did you just flip us off?
Edgy.
No, I just realized Deathloop makes the third big presentation where you have to die a bunch in order to progress in the game. Because I think there was a...
Oh, I think I remember this.
Yeah, they've shown this one a few times now.
So first there was RETURNAL, and then there was... And now this.
Uh-huh. Yeah, a lot of games do it.
So is this the Ken McCormick Student Simulator now?
It's funny because Microsoft owns this studio now.
Oh my god, they killed
I
Kenny!
think this was going to be a PS5 exclusive until that happened.
That video game, we tried not to die. Oh, this... What the studio is.
Murray Curry's been looking forward to this
It's got a
for a
funky
while.
soundtrack. Give it that.
Yeah, I do like the style of it. With this Saw Bass style
I mean,
stuff
it's
going
funny,
on,
but-
I'm all for.
Sounds good. Good.
I think I'm talking about the right person. Murray Curry's a big fan of Arcane Studios, so let him have this. It does look good. Stabby stab stab. Calm down, love.
I think I said before this reminded me a bit of Bioshock.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
It's been a really long time since I last played a Bioshock game.
I mean, this is more Dishonored, that kind of thing, but it's Arcane, but yeah. It's even got the blinking from Dishonored, where you teleport forward. Ah, look at that polygon count on that wolf. Amazing next gen graphics. Blocky dogs. Big blocky red dogs. It said blam on the gun. Oh god, yeah! It's gonna get cut up.
Oh god, like the Resident Evil movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I hated that scene.
Very James Bond, yeah. Swears. Deathloop.
From Bethesda?
Yeah, Kenny from
Right,
South Park,
Microsoft
the video game.
Before we
Wibbly
leave,
wobbly
how about
PlayStation
a
buttons again.
huge update for one of
You're
2020's most
about to
celebrated
leave.
games?
You're about to leave now? This
Oh,
is...
this makes sense.
Oh, I started
Yeah.
streaming 40 minutes ago.
There we go.
Oh,
The
oh,
source
hang
they
on.
gotta upgrade.
Oh, Final Fantasy 1
Yeah.
5, I guess.
Don't get too excited.
It's just,
Yeah.
it's just the
Because
port, I
of course
guess.
it
I
needs
mean,
a
one
proper
upgrade.
water holder,
This
doesn't it?
looked very nice on the PS
So it's not good.
Explorer as well.
I'd still want to
thought
get there.
And people thought that Final Fantasy VII tech demo on PS3 looked amazing. Look at it now.
Well, guys,
Yeah, they very, very,
I wonder
very,
if they'll
very, very
announce-
eventually got there with actually remaking this game, or a bit of it. Okay.
A quarter of it.
Yeah, tiny fraction of it.
Wait,
Oh,
is this for
Muslim
part
like,
2?
No.
I don't think Yuffie was ever in part 1.
Very hard to listen to everyone at the same time.
To actually get...
Someone's been expecting you. What took you?
Sorry about that.
Oh god. Final Fantasy characters
He needs help.
as sort of awkwardly acting as always.
He will be okay though, right?
Well, of course he will.
Come to think of it, at this point in the game, from what I remember...
It's the Final Fantasy. You should see Mega 64's video about Final Fantasy PC Wizard. It's pretty good. They actually got the creator of Final Fantasy in for it. It's fantastic. It's like, right, this one will be the final Fantasy.
Yeah, I think this is for part 2.
Wait a second.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah.
Unless this is just an add-on.
I think
for,
what they're doing... Final Fantasy VII, where they join Cloud's.
Yeah, maybe.
It's hard to talk about what's going on here without spoiling stuff that happens later in the game.
Yeah.
Guys should probably get moving. Whatever it is they're planning.
Mind the Final Fantasy 7 game.
Yeah, I see.
I think we're going to end up with we're going to end up with at least 7 Final Fantasy 7 remake
He's
chapters.
joined by here.
Okay, let's see what it says. Remake. Integrate. Okay, so what does that mean? Is that the second part, or is that? Huh.
No,
okay.
no, it's still the
Or
best part.
it's something in the middle, in between part 1 and part 2.
I don't think it's the second
first
part.
part.
Not better.
Well, Sound Alert didn't work. Oh, I'm not sure why.
Said
Probably
earlier,
because there's
at this point
already
Because at this
500
point
voices
in,
going off at
Final
once. So
Fan-
it's probably yeah. Yep, that looks slightly better.
Yeah, it's hard to tell when someone else is talking, right? Because people keep cutting out.
Yeah.
I know that's frustrating.
I like how
But
they
anyway,
have to
I
keep
was
doing
trying
the
to say,
slider
it looks
thing.
like,
Look, there's slightly better lighting.
Don't be tempted to buy this cheap illegal pirate copy.
much better on. Yeah,
I can barely tell the
That's
difference, honestly.
I can tell.
That one's got more smog.
I don't notice the texture being any different.
To be fair, we're watching on a
the fog-
YouTube video with loads of compression. So
The fog
I'm sure they'd make
effects are definitely.
one had more smog. It's
Yeah, now
cloud
they're
and
showing
drag.
up. That was the
Comparison.
first thing. I noticed. The lighting is
Yeah.
much better.
Oh, shows how
Watching
much I
Cloud.
played of the original.
It's so barely any different, right? They have to keep sliding it back and forth so you can go, oh yes, the hex code is slightly different on the other side.
Okay, yes. Wow.
Quality of life. I'm glad games are doing that, like having performance modes as an option. Because I would pick performance mode every time. Especially since I'm probably not going to get a 4K TV anytime soon.
It'll loading times. Oh, photo mode. That's an egg. Every game is beautiful should have a photo mode. I think Ghosts of Tsushima really showed why that's a good idea.
Smash. But
And Mario Odyssey. Actually.
New episode featuring Yuffie.
Yeah. It says new episode featuring Yuffie, so this is a side story. Yeah, it's like I said, you don't see any of this stuff with Yuffie in the original game.
Just do it.
It's like a little side quest, I guess.
and buy no boss in the.
So nice.
Copy, you can upgrade for free. You can even carry over your saved data. Well, that's good.
Upgrade for free.
Yeah, they should just.
But the
do
save
that.
data better carry over too. I
It
believe
said it does.
the save data-
It said it
Okay.
does.
That was the reveal of Final Fantasy
Because I remember for
Remake Intergrade,
Yakuza
coming
Like
to
a
the
Dragon, you
PS5
couldn't carry
console
over
later
save
this
data
year.
from PS4.
Yeah.
And that's our show.
Oh, okay, that was it.
Excited as we are for what's to come in 2021. See you next time.
Oh.
Wow. So
we have
that
one more
kind of-
thing. No, we don't.
that really felt like it just came and went.
Yeah. It was mostly games we saw last time they did a big E3 type thing.
It says it was streaming for 45 minutes. It does not feel like it was 45
I
minutes.
think it was only half an hour, but they had like a countdown at the start.
It's actually,
Oh, yeah. Because it's only 5:30 here.
I mean, I wouldn't
So
call
only-
it soul
only about half-
because I wasn't really expecting anything.
Iron, maybe?
Iron, yeah, it was Iron.
I mean, say the games look cool, but I have a feeling I'm going to forget about most of them pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know.
When I saw that game earlier, which I completely forgot the name of already, I was thinking, yeah, I've seen this before, but then I realized I was thinking of that game from Xbox.
Yeah.
See here?
Yeah, I don't know. It was mostly just updates on games that they've shown before. Some of them they didn't. They sort of showed more gameplay of, which made them a bit more interesting to look at, I suppose. The Final Fantasy thing was kind of here's a little stopgap before we eventually bring out part 2.
Like the gap year.
Yeah, it's the gap year. The
just
first
saw
of many gap years.
I just saw one of the recommended videos after the stream ended, and one of them said, "Hope for a Sonic reveal, PlayStation
for God's
State of
sake.
Play."
People were doing that with the Nintendo Direct as well. They're not going to do that. It's got to be its own separate thing.
People are always looking at any kind of
People are
news
so
for
thirsty for a bloody Sonic game.
And they're thinking, is this when they're going to reveal the new Sonic game? Just chill, people. Chill.
It was okay. Like, I still haven't been... Well, I do want to eventually get a PlayStation 5, mainly because I never had a 4. So it'd be like I can catch up on all the 4 stuff and it'll run better, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So there's that. To be honest, the game I'm most looking forward to on the PS5 is probably Guilty Gear Strive. I know it's going to be on 4 as well, but like that's probably the game I'm most looking forward to at the moment.
I'm not even sure when I'm going to get a PS5 because I already have a PlayStation 4 Pro.
Yeah, I wouldn't
So
really
the upgrade-
rush. I wouldn't rush.
I mean, the loading times being cut to the point where there may as well be no loading times is kind of nice, but other than that, it feels like it's not too much of an upgrade from the PlayStation 4 Pro.
No, I suppose not. I mean, for me, it would be an upgrade from a PS3 to a PS5, so that's going to be a bit of a jump for me.
If you're upgrading from the original PS4, then yeah, the difference is totally night and day. But
I'm not even
if you
doing
had
that.
a PlayStation, but if you had a Pro like I did, you can afford to wait a while, especially when the PS5 doesn't really even have any exclusive games, to my knowledge.
Yeah, I'll definitely be looking forward to the PSVR 2 as well. I'm kind of glad I waited now because if they're going to do an even better one like very soon, I might as well wait because it's not like the thing with the PS4 and the PS4 Pro and PSVR is over Christmas I was like, right, the PS5's coming out. Are they going to flog them off? They didn't. They were still full price everywhere, and they were still selling like hotcakes despite being full price for the last 5 years. And it's like, I'm not gonna bother. I was actually gonna get, if they were flogging them off, I would have bought a PlayStation 4 at Christmas and just gone, well, that's gonna do me for now until eventually the PS5's cheap. But it just never happened, and PSVR was out of stock all Christmas, and then it came back in stock and it was full whack again. If anything, it cost more. So it's like, why would I even bother? I'll just wait till they upgrade it because it'll be a similar kind of price for the new one. So instead of one that's been out for like 4 years or whatever.
You bring up an interesting point because I actually completely forgot for a while that the PlayStation 5 came out already. Because like I said, there's
There's
really
so
any...
few of them about.
Yeah, well, there's that, and like I said earlier, there's really no exclusive games. I mean, everything that does run on PS5 does run
I guess
better.
it's the Dark Souls remake is exclusive, I think. I think
Is
that's
it?
one of the main ones. Yeah, the Dark Souls remake, I think.
All right. Well, I was
Demon
never
Souls, rather.
Yeah, Demon Souls. I was
Yeah.
never really a fan of that series, so that was never
doesn't
gonna
count. I don't care, so it doesn't
I mean,
count.
I feel like if I said that, I'd be insulting people who do like the game, because when people, because I remember when they revealed the Switch and they showed Splatoon 2, there were people who were like, you know what, I never cared for the first Splatoon, so this is not going to sell me on a Switch, and I was like, I was feeling low key salty about that.
Why? People have opinions. They can like what they like.
Yeah, I know everyone has opinions. I don't really care if people don't like the game. It's just...
Oh, wow. Thanks for the gift sub to Murray Curry, PC Wizard.
Oh.
Cheers for that.
Oh, thank you.
Nice. That means...
that'll be...
That's cool. Nice. Right, so I guess, unless anyone else has any other thoughts on some of the stuff they showed... I guess we'll... Yeah. I'm going to say salt for you then there.
No, there weren't anything really.
Nah, Oddworld. At least that has a release date now, and it is quite soon. It is April, so that's probably the best thing they showed because it's Oddworld. It looks great. Like, I'm glad that's got a release date now.
Final Fantasy as well, to a certain extent, but not much.
Yeah, because it was pretty much just a hey, you can get it for free, and here's a little extra chapter. It wasn't like part 2 or anything like it could have been, but you know, this was just a state of play. This isn't supposed to be like a big E3 thing. This isn't like
a little
it's basically like a Nintendo Direct. It's just supposed to be a little thing with just some updates. So you know, it wasn't supposed to be this big extravagant thing with tons of new reveals or anything. So
but I think that's the
fine by me.
I think that's the main difference between why Nintendo Directs end up being more memorable, because Nintendo, they usually reserve brand new games for Nintendo Directs, and
but then they've also had loads of like Nintendo Direct minis last year where there was barely anything to talk about.
I was getting to that. I was just gonna say they usually devote most of the time in Nintendo Directs to brand new games that are about to come out within the year.
I really need to turn off the caps thing.
And if they are going to talk a lot about games that are already out, then they usually let you know ahead of time. With
sometimes.
State of Play, on the other hand, they don't. Unless I'm mistaken, because maybe I missed something, they don't usually communicate to you exactly what you can expect from the State of Play. You know, other than PlayStation games that are coming out soon, of course.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I thought it was fine. It was fine. It was fine.
I think there's a Pokemon thing tomorrow. I think there's going to be a Pokemon thing tomorrow.
Do you know what time it's on?
Oh, I'll have to
3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, okay.
Okay, maybe. Do you know how long it's going to be? Is it going to be like long, or is it only going to be like 10 minutes?
So,
20 minutes.
Yeah, probably not doing a sort of hype, but
yeah, maybe not.
You know, I mean, if anything good does come up, I'm sure I'll have my say about it.
Yeah, I mean, we could probably just chuck Twitch on anyway and see. I don't know why my Streamlabs keeps malfunctioning, but I'm gonna have to mess with it. But yeah, that was that. I don't know if I'll upload this on YouTube yet. I'll watch it back and see if it's watchable. But yeah, okay. Well, we'll see you guys a bit later on.
Monty. Yeah.
I'm gonna see if there's anyone to raid.
Bye.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I wonder if PC Wizard has seen the fact that we have actually met a pug called Monty.
Yeah, we did. We knew a pug called Monty. Yeah, I'm gonna raid out to someone, and we will see you guys later. See who's on.
Enjoy the raid.
I guess we'll go with that last girl. There you go. Okay, see you later. Oh, I got to wait for it to count down. Right. There we go. Right, bye.
See you later.